Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. I was doing the show. I had chugged the lemon water and everything. I was like, let's put the lemon in the water, the whole thing. But, you know, my team had figured it out. They were calling my wife and trying to tell her that I was not live. But we got it. I was able to figure it out. At one point I looked and they said, does he realize he's not live? And I'm looking at the chat. I said, oh my gosh. So let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Have a wonderful morning and let's keep it kicking. Someone said Fed is not down as per your call. I don't know what I said, but you're basically insinuating that everything I say is right, 100%, right? Everything I say is 100%. So every time I make a call, I have to be 100%, right? So you're wrong. It's just crazy. So Fed's down, not as per your call. So basically what you're saying is every single time I speak, it has to be 100%. That would be impossible. So thank you for basically reiterating the obvious that I'm a human being and not every single call that I make would go up. I appreciate that, man. You just basically made it pretty clear that I'm infallible, all right? And it happens. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. God bless each and every one of you. Love you all for being here. And let's jump on in. The first thing I want to look at was Bitcoin dominance. I want to start with Bitcoin dominance. It's oversold in the 4 hour. I would watch your altcoins. We got a bit of, swing low to swing low here. When I zoomed in, that's, Let me zoom into the wicks. See, I don't use wicks when using dominance. Still, it's pretty flat there. Slight move to the upside, pretty flat though. And this is more up. It's a slight dominance. It's not it's a slight divergence. Not amazing. But I still see this oversold region. The 1 hour time frame does have a divergence because that swings low while this swings up. And it does tell us we could bounce to the upside. I would watch my BTC pairs. I would watch the altcoins. They got hit a little harder than Bitcoin. Looks like we could get a bit of a move here. So something to think about on the radar too as well. So crypto fear and green index holding 44. Okay. Coming back down. I want to see more fear if we can get it, but definitely a good time to gobble up some BTC. I added to my Bitcoin bags in this region. Let's talk about it. Let's break down Bitcoin. So we talked about the 7-minute time frame. We put out a chart here that it would break to the downside. My measured move was 21,448. We went to 21,533, right? Then we would make a very strong bullish divergence, which I would point out last night and this morning and say, but Bitcoin would have to close a candle inside this yellow box here to remain bullish. It got rejected by the 200 SMA, but it pumped up to where? The 200 SMA. We see that on multiple time frames, the 7-minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, the 3-day. Heck, you see it all the time. So just pay attention, okay? Pay attention. So look, now we see this. Inside of a little flag here. Can that flag pump us to the upside? Can we continue the short squeeze that started this morning on BOOKMAP? Shout out to the beautiful people over at BOOKMAP. Shout out to their API and data center. Just doing damage on the liquidations. 423,000 in liquidations just not too long ago. 25,000 coming back down here in some long liquidations, but way more short liquidations than longs on the move here, right? And you can see above here, we have about 22,000 hanging above us. We have a big block order here too in the middle at 21,730, and we got a block down here over at 21,200. The biggest block we see is 21,200. It's 1,103 Bitcoins. We have a lot of people attempting to buy Bitcoin between 21,002 and 21,007. Pretty fat orders over there on BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP is a basic liquidity order book showing you a heat map, showing you the darkest heat, like the darkest red is the most orders. And this ball is basically price action, and price action will move towards the most orders based on the amalgamated data from OKX, Bybit, and Binance Futures over here on Bookmap data. You also have Link Perp, Doge Perp, and you can use perps on other smaller and bigger coins as well. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you for being alive. I worked out so hard today. Extra hard, level 6 workout. The push-ups were intense. I was sweating profusely. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. So moving forward, we have 21,888 is our target. If we can get a move on out of this flag to the upside, bit of a cup and handle there, but a rigid cup. We are oversold on that 7-minute. The 1 hour did get the push, but really, lackluster. When the 1 hour goes all the way that high and you don't break the previous high, you must expect more downside. So I'm not, I'll watch the 7-minute. I'll give it its due diligence from the top to the bottom here, but not a bullish sign when Bitcoin continues not to be able to get above resistance. Resistance is 21,722. Can't get above it. We must close a 4-hour candle outside of the zone here, outside of this small resistance. I want a 4-hour candle to close up here, right? And why do I have 2-3 zones here? Well, I looked at the bigger falling wedge, and you can see that we started to kind of hit this restricted middle area, middle range area through the middle. We hit it there a few times, came back up. We hit it here again. So that is a diagonal resistance point that we must break back above, So everyone's watching this falling wedge at this point. That's kind of the structure. Everyone's wondering if we're going to break a lower low. That's the idea. What happens? That's the question. What is my prediction? What is my projection? I've made many in the last few months, last few weeks. Well, it takes one more time for me to kind of feed my subconscious everything. So let's go to BTC. Let's go to the USD pair on, let's say, Binance. Take away my moving averages for now. Take away all price action and I gotta clear my mind and look clean. At the end of the day, I'm aiming to find some type of trend that makes sense. I feel like that was it, and we lost it. We definitely lost a trend. It was a beautiful nice 45-degree trend line, Man, what I know is if we lose this level, we're going right down to 20,000, 20,003, somewhere between 20,400 and 20,005 and 20,350 area. We lose that, we have one more shot, and then we have the high volume node here at 19,100, which is the last kind of resort there, and then you fall into the abyss in the crack, which is the giant gap in the VRVP, and you begin to fall to the downside. So this level is so big. And they can toy with a lot of people because there's a lot of emotions at these levels because everybody's kind of on pins and needles. Nobody knows exactly what's brewing. Almost want to just make this its own flag because that one's just so much out of it, Tighten this channel. This has a 68% chance of a break to the upside. So at the end of the day, I call it simple math, right? Like I was showing before, the simple idea is to open up a trade here. For me personally, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Like I say, dude should be taking his financial advice. Stop loss somewhere. To me, the risk is just the idea that this could fall down and hit the stop without really the reward. We have to get all the way up to the next resistance point. Have to really go for it back to 25,000, 280, 200. That still barely hits it. It's a 3-to-1. I don't like the risk here. I think it would be better to even long if we came back down one more time. So I don't love the risk personally. I also don't like that we're below the point of control in the 4-hour time frame. Actually, let's bring it back in on the fixed. See, this would be a high probable area. This 19,000 area is just more probable, right? You have far more buys and sells in that zone. You've lost this bigger idea, right? We'll get our fixed range pulled out. And again, you got a big zone here, 19,175, and you can see, you went to your value area high, you're starting to come back down to where Bitcoin has, true value. So that is true value. I have to say it. You know what I mean? As bad as it sounds, 19,200. So that could be a smart area to set some limit orders in there. I even would, put some more limit orders back down at 15, 16, between 15 and 18K. Just have them laying out there because you never know. Bitcoin takes that move to the downside. You wake up a very happy person, right? Again, you do whatever makes you happy. I'm just talking out loud things that I'm thinking about for BTC, all right? So we're at a bit of a standstill in price action. Major resistance. Bigger time frame suggests we get the move, So as a trader, like in my life, I've either take the shot, stop loss really below here or there, somewhere in that shop, and that's it. I mean, you either take this shot or you don't, and you remember what happens. I mean, you got a gap there, you bring it in there. You got a gap in the VRVP here. So if you came back down and bounced, $22-hour time frame looks like a beautiful double bottom is about to happen, right? I mean, you can see it, but you lost the hidden bullish that we had so many times, which is weird too. The daily still kind of has hidden bullish here so far. I mean, you didn't get a candle to go lower than the previous candle, so that is an uptrend, and this is a downtrend. It's hidden bullish divergence. As sly as it is, it's the slyest form I've ever seen. But that's hidden bullish divergence. Tells you that the trend should continue to the upside. You should make a high above this high. Okay? Very slight, though, and in 1 second it drops down. It could kind of negate it. So, to me, it's like close to the bone. In my lifetime, the divergences that I put a lot of faith in had far more substantial moves than that. Or I looked far more, edged on. So, shout out to the 500 beautiful people on the live. 197 likes. May get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. May God bless each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's put the lemon into the water. I already did it, but let's do it again. I took a huge sip. Look, I took a huge gulp for y'all. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. God bless you for jumping on into the live. Can you check ABT Layer 2 with low coin supply, low cap? Thank you. We'll take a look at that on CoinMarketCap. I'll have to do a deep dive before I even slap it out there, but we'll take a look. We'll keep CoinMarketCap up and coming. Thank you, Crypto Bob. I can't say the end, but appreciate you, brother. I need ETH to hit 14.95. Interesting. If you need anything, then you're overextended. Nobody should need anything when it comes to trading. You should just be able to be in the zone and play the probability. So, probability is the 4-hour does break to the upside. That's the probability, okay? And that this falling wedge does break you back up. That's just what the probability says. Is that guaranteed to happen? There's no guarantees in trading, all right? Nothing is guaranteed. You got a resistance. You got to get back above 22,800 to remain bullish. That's going to be your big next stand. You get back above there, you start holding zones above there, there's a good place to long. So you don't even have to wait too long. Wait to get up here and hold that zone. Otherwise, you're playing Russian roulette with this low zone here. So, in my opinion, wait for support to be held back above this resistance at, really 23,000. We get back above 23K, really good long point because it shows that this was a higher low and we held for the double bottom, okay? Right now, the 1 hour is getting overbought and really not getting anywhere. You see what I'm saying? It's getting pushed up, but it's not getting anywhere. You have to heed that. This is a resistance for Bitcoin right now at 22,823. We can't get back above the zone. We're overbought on the 1 hour time frame. 15-minute getting there as well. So here, slap out your moving averages. Let's make a bit of a flag. If we can stay sideways while both of these reset, we can remain bullish, okay? So we're going to watch this 15-minute time frame, but more than likely, it's getting a move back to the downside here, and kind of shuffling on down. But we're going to watch it go sideways. We don't know what kind of flag it's going to make. A lateral flag, a falling wedge, but we do know it has to consolidate at this point because it's getting overbought on the stochastics. How do I know that? How am I making that type of idea? Well, here, stochastics were high. Did we go any higher? No, we went sideways and eventually slumped to the downside. 1 for 1. Here, Did we go any higher? No, we eventually slumped to the downside. 2 for 2. Here, did we go any higher? No. 3 for 3, 4 for 4, 5 for 5, 6 for 6. So I would assume 7 for 7 when the stochastics get this overextended. Now, it doesn't mean that's going to happen. That means that's the probability of what is likely to happen, but it doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. Two different things in trading is the probability that can happen and what will actually happen. Nobody knows what will happen. 577 viewers. God bless you all here on the live. Thank you for the love. 226 likes. Unbelievable. $5 in chat revenue. Sorry for the lateness today. I was doing the live and did not know. I just forgot one step in my process. I will write out a checklist. I will check it all out before I do any live from now on. Shout out to my team. Appreciate you. Thank you for my wife, always there for me. God bless you. Thank you, BB. Hit the likes, D-Gens. Hit the like button. Sammy, come on, Hattie. Sub 13K incoming. It's so funny. People just say whatever they want. It's so ridiculous. The 777's right there. Every time, baby. Every single time lately. Every time. Okay, so Bitcoin. I'm watching this 15-minute flag. I don't know about you. Could we make an inverted head and shoulder? There's a chance. Shoulder, head, somewhat of a right shoulder here to kind of get us back out of the zone. There's still a bullish divergence here too. So you got a bullish divergence. It's telling you that is going to be your low. We got it. I want to confirm on the smaller time frames. I want the smaller time frames to confirm a continuation pattern when they reset on the stochastics RSI. Put an alert here and watch Bitcoin, or just wait for it to hit that alert. So here's the scenarios. We go sideways and we break on out. Measured move would take you out of this tiny little triangle, maybe even back above here and back above the point of control. You would get above 22,000. I'm telling you right now, getting back above 22K is the answer here. We don't get above the 21,800 in the 22K area, we will struggle. We will struggle. So we need a daily or a 4-hour candle to close above 21,800, preferably 21K. All right. So the green or the yellow zone, like I said before. So two charts that I go back and forth on. Right now, we're just going to watch this closely. It's really what it comes down to. Now I'm going to look at this crazy. It's like when you make smaller time frame sauce, right? 7-minute could get a squeeze here too. So we'll watch the 7-minute, right? But it could also just double top. So watch the 7-minute for us here. See how that plays out. Measured move to 21,008. That would give us what we need. 7-minute could make that confirmation on the smaller time frames. All right. So we looked at the bigger time frames. We looked at the smaller time frames. We went from the daily all the way back down. Now we're looking at the 15-minute and showing you where the confirmation is. You got to get back above previous resistance. Here it is, and here it is. You know, the smaller time frames get above here, then the bigger time frames can break out. The bigger time frames cannot break out if we never get back above 21.8 on the 15-minute. All right? Understand how to compartmentalize different forms of the smaller time frames here. Okay? I hear Titanic music playing in the background. Really? No, you don't. There's no music in my house right now. Okay. Shout out to Jake. Shout out to Board Type Crow. And how did I know it was you, Board Type Crow? How did I know it was you who said that? I didn't even know it was the name. Sleepy Joe, really nice. Your phone service may be terrible, but sometimes that's a good thing. You'll either have to drive to Sparta or Elka to find civilization. Roaring Gap is quiet. Shout out to David Brummerly. California-based digital asset fund Alpha Sigma Capital announced the venture in an interview with Reuters. What venture, Kevin? Put it all in one thing, buddy. Binance has expanded its proof of reserve report to include 11 more tokens, bringing the overall amount of funds verifiable via the exchange. Okay, $63 billion. Appreciate you, Binance, showing that they have proof of funds, POF, baby. POF for Binance. That's a pretty big deal. All right. It's a really big deal, actually. All right. Tom, we talked about Orbitum. It's been on my radar. Not an amazing liquidity coin, right? But it's been on my radar, getting tighter and tighter. We went over the system. We talked about how it can, get a bit of an advantage as that layer. And, it's just been something that we've talked about over and over again. TAUM, all right? A little bit of a bounce back here on some coins, but, today is a very light day in the market. Look, only like 5 double-digit coins. That's small. MLS was always on my radar. I kept talking about it. I kept pushing it. Not pushing it really, but just bringing it up because it was on my radar. I like the TA that MLS was showing. It showed signs of life here. So far, it is up from the bottom of the channel, 56% for MLS, right? And it bounced there off this nice area, higher low, tight moving averages. The 200 SMA got the bounce up from the stochastics RSI on the 4-hour time frame, and bang, 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 MLS on the radar. Win goal. Major League Soccer, I believe that's what it stands for, win goal, but you can do the math, right? Standard, and every coin got completely obliterated. That got hit off. Like when Bitcoin takes a tank, everything like all the beautiful setups that we have rocks. Gets absolutely rocked. We wait for the dust to settle, kind of for things to kind of reset, all right? We did still make gains in the trading group. I talked about when Bitcoin would take a bit of a dump here. Let's go over it. On March 3rd, I was talking about GMT3S in this, kind of an ascending triangle, but it was getting tight, basically symmetrical. We had a beautiful resistance there. It was back on support. This thing would go up 66.88, right? But 66% gains for GMT 3S. So GMT USDT.3S, right? And I don't run a signals group, but what I do is every single thing that I see in the market that I believe has potential, I will post and show you, hey, educational wise, like watch this and see what it does and then learn from it yourself. So I posted this to the trading group and you can see like, no, but he did though. Even before the Bitcoin slump, looked like this had some potential for a move. It just, the TA kind of called my name. The TA whispered to me. So if you look here and you search GMT, right, it made a little gain here, but on 130 even started putting it out. But here it made the first gain, GMT USDT, right? Started to pop out for about, 10%? 9% from the first initial move. And then this thing would just continue to rip. And shout out to anyone that jumped on in. Looks like there may be a continuation here. If Bitcoin rips and dominance comes up, the alts are going to take another hit. So you'd be surprised. But, the altcoins, it's rare for huge rally. Like we should see that like consolidated bull movement on a lot of altcoins. Could this 1 hour continue to the upside? There's a chance it does on GMT 3S USDT. I'd be looking at that closely. Just something to kind of, and I wasn't even thinking about it, but now that I went over it, there's that flag. I look at a 4 hour, it's probably really, really overbought, pushing down. 21's not that far. Moving average is a little far apart for me personally. 15-minute, 1 hour scalp. This would be an in and out for me, something, maybe even just a double top and get on out, anything more than what I had before. So interesting. Take a look at AI. All these coins took a beat down. All of them went all the way back down to low points, down to the 706 fib. And I was building an AI portfolio. I kept saying I didn't want to put all my bag in there. And it's a good thing I didn't. Keep a little extra sauce on the side here to kind of complete this. So let's see how far we came down on a true fib. I mean, now we're at the 706 Fibonacci. Not a bad place to, load up. Doesn't mean it can't go lower, though. I wouldn't be surprised if they made giant double bottoms and did this all over again. Big business doesn't like to lose. They saw this big pump. They're like, oh, bring these AI coins back down so we can get a piece. All right. Falcon swap on the radar, too. But not the one on Polonian X. This thing's just been stronger compared to most coins. I don't know if people like to swap on it. They're getting gains. It also did a nice Fibonacci retracement. Everything depends on this Bitcoin hold. I'm telling you right now, Bitcoin doesn't hold. And altcoins, Bitcoin could rip. And you watch the altcoins too on Bitcoin dominance. So it's not that easy. You got to understand Bitcoin dominance. The total market cap is something we're going to look at too. We're going to take a look at the dollar index in a second. We're going to keep you privy to the world markets and what's happening. ES1 is also something that I've been watching closely every single day. Last 2 days kind of threw us off the mark, having to watch all that insane commentary. I'm back to what I do, back to the charts, back to the love. Man, and so like it's funny, I'm passionate when I feel it. I can't fake the feeling as much as I would love to. I just can't, right? So I'm watching this market. just with subtle eyes, it just, bouncing off the 706 here. But, Bitcoin's not showing me huge strength. Bitcoin's not showing me huge signs of strength. Right now, the bears are in control. They've pushed the price down, and we can't get back above local resistance. So the bears are still in control until you can close a candle on the 4 hour of the daily above 21,800. That's just the first step. That doesn't even mean you're out. That's just like the first step. Then you can go from there and see where that will take you. You see what I'm saying? Then you go from there and see where that will take you. So that's how I look at it. Let's take a look at the total market cap and see what levels are important. We lost $1 trillion yet again, like we dipped our toe into the water. So I had drawn this. I said, will we come back into this yellow zone and hit the double bottom? If we lose this trend line, and we did. I mean, the diamond played us down to the downside. So your total market cap, there you have it, struggling. So we have our, of course, we had our bottom at 750 bill so far. We bounced heavy divergence there, and it would take a lot to bring us down, a lot of selling. Doesn't mean it can't happen. Always be open-minded. Price action can do whatever it wants. Never think, it can't go any lower. That's the lowest. It can't go any higher. Price action will do whatever it wants. Have a long-term plan for most of what you're looking at, in my humble opinion. So here's a beautiful falling wedge. You want the breakout, same as Bitcoin. You got a slight higher low on the total market cap. Barely. Let's look at our daily. Daily is a lower low. See, look at that. The daily made a lower low. So look at that. And I've been noticing things like that. Discrepancies in because look, the altcoins got sold off pretty hard. They affected the total market cap with Bitcoin. When we look at it closely and we see that lower low on the daily, we're like, okay. No. There we go. The oldie but goodie used to play this song all the time. So look, we've made a lower low. I mean, this is something that a lot of people haven't pointed out, but we've made a lower low on the total market cap right now. If the daily closes there, no good. You must assume you make a lower high and this trend does not continue. And now what we're looking at here is this. The shoulder, the head and the right shoulder for a massive dump to the downside that could really complete a really, really big smackdown. This would coincide, honestly, with us kind of coming back, getting a little bit of a reversal, and then them hitting us with that rate hike. All right? And one thing a lot of people don't want to talk about, too, is the 10-day chart. 10-day chart is a big boy, and when the 10-day likes to curve down, a lot of pain can happen. Last time the 10-day was coming for us, we took a massive dump. There we did, and even here, we took a nice dump on the 10-day chart. So the 10-day showing bearish signs. If I delete everything, it's pretty bearish. About to be a bearish engulfer. Closes in 2 days and 9 hours. If that comes down even lower, it's going to be a bearish engulfing candle on the 10-day chart. MACD looks overbought, right? RSI is kind of, it's not too high, so it's in the middle. There's one anomaly here where the RSI just kept going up. I feel like we're not in that pocket yet. But you know what? That's how, who knows? That was completely, speculative emotions. Who knows? We don't know. Nobody really truly knows, where we're going to go. But that 10-day chart is something you may want to pay attention to. Suggest that we do go lower. We could possibly double bottom at $750 billion or make somewhat of a higher low. And then you could think this could be the bigger trend. Low, high, higher low, higher high, and then we can kind of dig on out. Bit of a right shoulder ahead. It could be even an extended right shoulder there, a left shoulder ahead and an extended right shoulder there that could push us. We want to hold that point of control at 885 billion. That's going to be a big deal for the total market cap. So let's go back into kind of what we're looking at here on the smaller time frames. 4-hour time frame wants to move back to the upside. See what I'm saying? And you got some bearish divvy here. I mean, it's slight bullish div. It's slight. I mean, it's strong. It's class C. It's class BC. It's like in between class B or C. It's not C all the way. It's not B completely. But, you know, it does say, hey, can I get a bounce? Now, see, the weirdest thing about it is the 4-hour is a higher low, but the daily is not. So confusing, right? And you got to go by the bigger time frame. But the daily does not have, you know, daily is making a lower low right now on the daily time frame on the total market cap. Do we make that right shoulder and dump? Looks like it could be something that's pretty probable. So everyone's getting you excited that we're entering some huge bull rally and that we're going to go all the way to 39,000 or something. Anything could happen. And I'm ready for it. Trust me. And we'll take it one level at a time. But right now, the bears are still in control until we can get above 21,800. All right. And there they go. Look at the dumpage. And you see the bookmap has that liquidity lower on you. There's really no liquidity up here. So where are we going? Like, what orders are we filling? The orders are down here. And there's the long liquidations as Bitcoin kind of starts to slip down. 21,400 on the radar. Alert on Floki. We'll take a look at Floki in a second for you. Why not? A lot of people want to know what's up with Floki. So total market cap not looking amazing. And if we just look at regular support or resistance, we can remove that for now. We look at regular support or resistance. You lose this level, you're coming down to tussle with 913 bill, and you lose that level. And look, this is the measured move. If that becomes a head and shoulder, takes you to $827 billion. So you got a point of control sticking out at 889. Strong bearish divergence playing out too that we did point out when it first started. All right, for the total market cap. Let's take a look at the DXY because we have to. Let's take a look at the DXY. So look at the daily on the DXY. Came all the way down. And wow, look at the size of that bullish engulfing candle on the DXY. It had a major move up. Major pump, right? Major pump when he got bearish, right? And on Tuesday there. So major pump for the DXY. However, look, I mean, did it get back inside the pattern? To me, no, it didn't. Like, this was the rising wedge, right? Then it made this kind of area. Then it pumped back up. I'd be willing to readdress it. That is a trend line that it keeps hitting. It can't seem to get back inside, though. However, I mean, look at the daily and look at the 1 hour. They both look like a nice move could come on the DXY. You look at Bitcoin on the 1 hour, you're about to get overbought, right? It's not a good sign. I would keep the shorts open, humbly. I would keep the shorts open. There's just no reason why. The bulls couldn't get you back above 21,780. Why would you close a short? Doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to go level by level. Until you reclaim those levels, the bears are in control. The bears are in control. We're praying on a 7-minute Hail Mary, which is like, you know, yeah, it can happen. It could be the short squeeze of a lifetime, but it's like, if that's what you come down to, the 7-minute. So it looks like a little more dumpage coming here because the DXY needs to come on up. So we'll watch this closely. It doesn't have to happen. And what we'd love is some type of M pattern here. That's what we're looking for. So we want the DXY not to get back above 105.84. You start to sprint out of here, you're going to see another drop down to about 20,500 on Bitcoin. So the DXY desperately, you don't want to see it back above 105.83. And so far it has defied the odds and made a nice pump all the way back up for the DXY. Pretty crazy, right? I'm going to remove all my work and look at it one more time, just big time. The idea that we had for everybody here was this bigger zone that you can see was a clear, like, resistance area. We bounced off it nicely, and when we came back to it, even from this impulse here to the top, you know what I'm going to do, but you pull a fib and you can see wick to wick, golden pocket, 618, and that 706 comes into play almost every time. So we got the bounce, right? Then here we are at a resistance. Resistance, bounce, resistance, resistance. Oversold on the 4-day, right? Bigger time frame, overbought on the 4-day. Bigger time frame say, oh no. But you got yourself kind of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder here. You're in this rising wedge now. And you're out of resistance. But man, the 4 hour, the daily wants to push hard. The 4 hours coming down and resetting in a flag, right? So this is... I mean, it's a good sign to short the market. Our shorts will keep paying us, so we don't got to worry about it. But DXY 107.45 here, and getting oversold in a flag. Getting oversold here. So DXY looks like a pump is coming. It doesn't look amazing for Bitcoin today, in my humble opinion. All right. I'll be starting to front run this idea here that you can make in some type of head and shoulder pattern. And, you know, we'll still try to keep the flag alive with the 7. See, I'm open-minded. It's like a game of chess. How many different open-minded ideas can you have, and which one will you play when it happens? And that's really what it comes down to. And some people are like, I can't deal with that. It's too much. Well, then go to the daily and just set a trade. See what I mean? Do whatever you want. I'm not a financial advisor. But what I mean by this is, like, I could sit there on all the little time frames and find the minutia and do all that. Or I can enter right now on oversold daily and say, hey, you know, I'm going to put a stop loss down here and I'm going to take my gamble. You know, so it's like, depends on what trader you want to be. You want to be precise? Do you want to be scalping on the 15? Do you want to be watching the 7? Or do you want to just trade the daily and call it a day and kind of check on your chart, you know? Do you want to swing trade the 4 hour? And you could all learn the same stuff. You can learn divergences. You can learn charts. You can learn patterns. They just use them to how you want to use them, right? What time frame do you want to use it on? That's what people don't realize. They learn a technique, but they don't realize that now it's up to them to use whatever they want out of their technique, right? Shout out to the 700 people on the live stream. 300 likes on the live. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I greatly appreciate it. Dip to dip. And you got to love your life. I'm telling you right now, you got to stay positive no matter what happens in your life. You must stay positive. We make mistakes. We don't always do the right thing. Sometimes we let our emotions in. Sometimes we act human. You're a human being. You're going to make a mistake. God did not make it so you're going to be perfect. It's just not going to happen. Don't expect to be perfect. All right? But expect to learn from your mistakes and you know, expect to have conversations with people and learn how to say sorry. I have to say sorry all the time to my wife. Yes, babe. Totally, babe. Right, babe. Yep. Totally. Yep. Next time, definitely. Yep. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all. It's a bundle. Life is a bundle, man. It comes at you fast. What I'm going to explain to you right now is your life will move so fast. I'm telling you right now. Your life will move so fast. Sam, I learned so much from you. You're the man. Shout out to Jimmy the Bastard. God bless you, Jimmy. Thank you for telling me that. It really gives me the hope to keep moving. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. Sorry to hear that. Live around the blockchain Thursdays at 5 p.m. A BitBoy show that shares the latest crypto news and project reviews. Let's support the lifer and your lifer community. Is XRP a short entry at 3892? And is Axie a short entry at 8? Looking for your humble opinion on potential target prices and blessings. Take a look. I mean, again, I'm not a financial advisor. You just look at how you want it. Right now, you get your 7. So we're sitting at 8. Short entry at 8. I mean, you got your 7 retesting. Like so, right? You lose this level, you'll start to drop. 7 minutes still in a bit of a flag there, though, and you're oversold. Got a little hidden bullets divergence in the 7. 15 minute the same. 1 hour does want to point down, though. I mean, the short was at resistance right there. Right when you came up to the previous resistance area. Bang. 823 in the money right now. Now we're a little late on the short. We got to wait for the 7 minute to play out. But the 1 hour does suggest that we could continue to dump. So there's 2 ways to play this. Person A, I personally would, 2 ways I would play this. I would either personally enter the short here with a stop up here. Or I'd wait for the 7 minute to play out first. Come up and get overbought. And then open up a short. You know what I mean? Maybe we double top here right off resistance. That would be beautiful. Imagine if the 7 minute double tops here. Gives you that double top confirmation. perfect entry, and the short continues to the downside. So that's something I would look at. I would wait for this 7-minute. How would you wait for it? I wouldn't stare at it. All you got to do is put a vertical line here, right-click the vertical line, slap an alert on that vertical line. When that alert hits, it'll tell you, hey, 7 minutes ready to blast off, okay? What are the best Web3 coins to trade? Let's go. We got 2 streams almost every day this week. Shout out to Kevin Baker in the house. Is XRP short entry 382? Take a look at XRP. Probably looks very similar. Probably has a flag on the 7. XRP's a little different. XRP's making a more bullish consolidation here. See that? So XRP's got something else kind of brewing here. Remember when I said that XRP, something was brewing, it was tighter in the channel, that something was going to have to happen? 22 hours overbought now, getting up overbought after a pump. The daily got pushed up. So look, you got pumped up on the daily. But it's interesting. You broke the trend line so far. So XRP broke out. Right now, XRP did break out. Look at that. You'd be looking for it to get above this daily 200 SMA. And look what it did. It pumped up to what? The 200 SMA on the daily time frame when it got bunched up on the moving averages. That old trick in the book, baby. That old trick. It happens on every single time frame. It happens on every single asset. Eventually, it's coming for you. So to me, XRP did break this trend. Try to claim it's still in the trend. No, to me, it broke that trend line, but barely. Still interesting. It's getting overbought on multiple time frames. 12-hour looking for that retest. Could go sideways, though. There's no guarantees it's not going to go sideways. I would flag it out. See how it's in this flag? Flag it out like this. If it stays in the flag, it's not a short, you know? Begins to break down from the flag. You're looking for a bearish retest, so you're looking for this on like maybe the 5 or the 7 to begin to fall out, bearishly retest and fall down. However, it just broke out. It has a trend line here. If it fell back in the pattern, you'd look to short it down here to the bottom of the pattern. So no, XRP doesn't look like an amazing short to me personally, but again, it will follow Bitcoin if Bitcoin tumbles down like it is, 21,620. So you have to remember, there's a lot going on world markets today, and they're going to come out with CPI data on March 14th, right? So that gives us Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 5 days from now. Yeah, so that's going to be Tuesday, I believe. CPI data, well, I'll look right now on the calendar, right? Now it's Monday, right? No, yeah, Tuesday, the 14th, they're going to come out with CPI data, and then there's going to be a talk about it. You know, Powell's probably going to say, you know, it just took massive problems to take it a bit. What about life on life with Gala? Filecoin had a nice little pump. BNX went stupid. So struggles in paradise. XRP actually looks pretty bullish to me. If it can stay inside that bull pennant, reset on the 1 hour, there's a chance the 1 hour actually gets a pop tonight in the afternoon, or maybe at like 6, 7 tonight. BNX, Binary X, just did a crazy pump out of nowhere, huh? I mean, to me, that was probably just a pump group or something. I don't know. I mean, it was oversold in the daily, though. It had indications of a move, but, like, that was probably a pump and dump. You know, I'd be careful, stuff like that. CKB is retesting support. I'm looking at it. It's very oversold on the daily time frame, but a lot of them have been holding that support zone. BRISE is interesting to me, you know, because it's a use case, and that exchange is starting to get bigger and bigger. More and more people are hearing about it and using it. BitGet. So to me, I have this idea that we broke out, broke back down. We're still inside the same pattern now and could get a big move to the upside. Looking at resistance here and resistance here. So everybody, if you're in my trading group, I swing trade, I build bags, and I also, add to my Bitcoin bag. Those are the 3 things that I'm always doing consistently over and over again. So when I look at this, right, BRISE, how I would take this or play it is I would enter the trade. You know, if I felt the need, I would enter the trade. Once I'm in the trade, first I'm going to, find substantial support or resistance areas that matter to me. I'm going to take out my long tool and see where we stand on the position. I'm going to have my measured move. Measured move is wick to wick. If there's an extended wick, I may not take it. That's something I've been subtly doing depending on the motion that I'm into. So the idea here is now you're oversold in the stochastics. MACD is turning, and the RSI, okay? We want to get all the way for 57% gains. Could we get it? There's a chance. You got kind of a double bottom here. It's got a cup and handle vibe. Oversold on the daily. 22, and even the 2-day. So if we focus on the 2-day and keep our nerves low, it's another way to make some serious gains, but it's not easy. The bigger time frames are not easy because you're watching the smaller time frames and you can get caught up in them. And it's very, very hard to stick to a bigger time frame. And also your money will go up 500, down 400, up to 800, down 300. But over time, things will come out. Shout out to Christian Soldier. Warning, Jesus Christ is coming. Repent and put your faith in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior today. Once you die, it'll be too late to repent. Jesus prayed to God. Do exactly what Jesus did. Pray to God. It's on the ledger, you know. So when it goes to 0.25C, maybe we could, but make that right shoulder. Don't look like a head and shoulders, though. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder. Yeah, I guess so. Very extended, though. And honestly, a head and shoulder doesn't do me too well when the daily's pretty beat to the ground and you've been making a secondary higher low. I do see the head and shoulder, though, there, and there. Could very well play out. 62% of the chance they do not. So I'm looking for tight moving averages. You know what I mean? About to get a golden cross in the daily. So again, that is a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. Spot on with the call. It doesn't mean it can't get negated. If there's enough bullish confluence, then there's a chance that that really doesn't have enough power to make it happen. So I'm just going over how I personally trade. So what I do here is I then look at my first take profit. I put in 2 to 3 take profits. All right. ALTRADY is the place to do it. Why? Because ALTRADY really sets you up. You know, when you're using ALTRADY, which is ALTRADY, you're like, what is he saying? ALTRADY was designed by a guy who just designed bots, knows what he's doing. All right. And get your free trial today. ALTRADY has free paper trading. All right. So you can just start a free paper trading immediately. So you can test your crypto strategy for free. So you can keep your profits and your wallet full. You can learn how you want to trade before you begin to trade. I suggest you do this today. They got smart trading, single bot, crypto scanner, quick scan, multi-exchange portfolio, positions with P&L, trading analytics, real-time market data, multiple charts, and more, even aggregated news data. I mean, you can't beat this place. It's got everything you need. I absolutely love ALTRADY. It mimics the exchange you're on very, very nicely. Gives you the order book and everything you need. Shout out to ALTRADY. I use ALTRADY every day of my life. That's how I'm connected to all my exchanges that I use to this day. So, ALTRADY, baby. ALTRADY. They also have a 14-day free trial. Jump on it today to try it out. If you like it, you might want to stay. Maybe you don't. It's completely up to you. They're also working with me on kind of little tweaks and things that I like to see that make it easier for a beginner to see the chart, make it easier for a beginner to get in and out of a trade and things of that nature. So they're really, really nice and they work with me. So that's another real reason that I love them. I know the guy who created it. I truly respect their security and what they do. ALTRADY, baby. And we're working on getting ALTRADY connected to MEXC, which has 0% futures and maker fees. If you're jumping into crypto today, jump into MEXC. I trade KuCoin and MEXC because they're the place to be. I like access to those exchanges. I also have a Binance US and a Coinbase to onboard and other things of that nature. But MEXC is the place to be. I'm telling you right now, MEXC is the place to be. So idea of BRISE. If I were to get in here, right, the second we go up 23%, I'm taking 50 to 70% off the table. I'm moving the stop loss to break even. Why? What if Bitcoin goes volatile? What if there's a crazy move? What if things don't go as planned, right? Well, I'm going to take 23%, which really only 10% of, if I sell 70%, I'm almost going to take the whole 23. I'm going to take about 18 or 15% of my initial trade, right? Then we come down to break even, I'm going to get stopped out. And maybe it pumps up again, who cares? But I already took the money out. Now what I do, if not, and it stays here, I keep 30%. And if we go all the way to the next target, it's just more money for me. It's the humble way to trade. It's the smart way to trade. So you have take profit 1 here, TP1. Take profit 2 here, TP2. take profit here, take profit three take profits in a row, right? If you need. I personally like 2. Sometimes I do 3. And if the spread gets bigger and there's even more, I might do 4 or 5. And if it's a bigger position, it all depends on kind of what's happening. All right. So, gonna sell could we dump right on my B-Day. Tuesday should be interesting. Super chats, AVT and ever. Before we bull on June, be patient. Funny. 18K retest. Possible we definitely be Cajun fools. You're funny, man. Shout out to Roderick Lopez. You the fool, man. I pity the fool. Anyway, God bless you, man. Nobody's a fool. Everyone is God's child. If we're just, confused or lost at one point, we'll eventually find our way. And I believe that. God bless everybody here on the live, and I appreciate you all. We're all finding our way. Nobody's perfect here. We're all finding our way. Nobody is perfect. Don't expect me to be perfect. I'm sure I'll make a mistake one day. And I know I've made mistakes in the past that I still regret, even on this live stream. So it is what it is, You can't be perfect. Just remember that. But you got to learn from your mistakes the best you can. All right? We're here on the interest rate hike on the 14th. What do you hear on the interest rate hike? 70% chance that it's going to be a 0.5. It's beginning to get baked in, but it doesn't mean that it's definitely. So look, you sell 50%, 30%, then the last 20. All right? If the market's sketchy, I raise the 50 to 70 and I sell 70% here at the first take profit. Okay? And I'm always thinking about the risk involved. And when there's more risk, I'm tweaking the number. I want to be under risk as much as humanly possible. Okay? I love your spirit. Keep spreading good word and teaching others how to be free. God is something man-made to understand existence. I'll be honest. There's an energy that was here before us. We don't know what it was. That's how I look at it. I believe some of this is God's man-made. That's if you want to believe in a personal God that looks like you and comes down in a little robe and has a beard and talks. I believe God is some type of entity that believes in math and science and knows when you're aligned. When you're aligned to a frequency, things go your way. I know God exists because I've used God. God is something you can actually impact. God, you can tap into the power of God and you can use it. Him, her, whatever you want to call it, the essence, guaranteed, in my humble opinion. I've done it. So, so for me, God is the all-knowing essence of the universe that we are connected to. It's an energy source, and we almost can't personalize it, in my humble opinion. I've talked to him. So, sure, energy, universe, but not the dude in the sky. Can I pay with crypto to join the 99? Yes, you can. Email cryptolifers@gmail. And we have a deal, too. We have a deal. $270 for 3 months. If you pay in cryptocurrency today, jump on in. Join the trading group immediately if you want to. $270 for 3 months if you join the trading group today. We also throw in the class. Jump on into class. I teach class every single Tuesday. Every single Tuesday from 3 to 5:30. Jump on in. I can't wait to see you in class. Get that education and change your life today. All right. And the class is, $60 if you join the trading group. So if you join the trading group for 3 months, we throw the class in for $60. It's normally $100. Thank you so much. Let's kind of boom up that jar, huh? I made it small because it was in the way, but now we can kind of bring it back a little bit. The jar. And shout out to anyone that's going to come and watch Around the Blockchain tonight at 5 p.m. Around the Blockchain. And I'm floating. But Around the Blockchain, come check us out. Shout out to my team for the beautiful banner. Every Thursday this month at 5 p.m., catch me on Around the Blockchain. I can't wait to see you there. Shout out to my lifers who show up tirelessly no matter what and give me that support that I need. Also, today is our private screen share every single Thursday from 6:30 to 8:30. That's 6:15, but today it's 6:30 because of, 6:30 to 8:30. We will be going over Token Metrics account, all the different things that I talk about, Bitcoin, some subconscious mind theory and more, and just kind of hanging out as a team and breaking it down. Shout out to everybody that's going to come tonight. I can't wait. Last week was one of our biggest meetings we've ever had. So God bless everyone that jumps into those. If you can't make it, we do record it and post it up so you have access to it within a couple hours of the share. So God bless everybody, and thank you for making this a possibility, this live stream and everything here. Get your mind right. Check out Around the Blockchain Thursdays to see the lifers. Shout out to Kevin Baker in the house. Beards are cool. We love to ride Harleys through the skies with God. If I had an epic beard. You're funny. If aliens came today, their technology would be so advanced, we wouldn't distinguish them. Get your mind right. Check out Around the Blockchain Thursdays to see the lifer. Screen share is amazing. Like an advanced free weekly class, just one of the perks of being a lifer. Thank you for the love. Live at Around the Blockchain Thursdays at 5 p.m. Bitcoin show that shares the latest crypto news and project reviews. Support lifer in your lifer community. Thank you. And we could even put a link to Around the Blockchain in case someone doesn't know. We should actually put that every Thursday in the description if we could, team. eBay keyring phone ringer. Interesting. Phone. That's interesting. Liquidation heat map. Love it. Oh my gosh, man. JD Spears is too much, bro. He's too much. He's too much. You gotta love him though. I think he's funny. He's a comedian, man. You gotta laugh. Super chats, AVT, Ever, and DMT. So I just wanted to teach you my strategy of taking 2 to 3 profits. And I did that like 7 years ago. In big bull runs, I like to plan out, and I might be in and out. But when the market's I'm in and out. Right now, we're waiting on bear markets. This is the best. And if you're a beginner, you're really trying to grow a portfolio, this is like struck it along. And I'm not a financial advisor. I love doing this though, splitting it into 3, take profits. And you can do this on any asset, right? I'm not telling you what to buy or sell. This is just any asset in the world. This is a formula that you could use, kind of an idea that many traders use throughout the world to help manage risk, right? Just some things that a lot of people just don't think about. So we were trying to say, hey, could you stay in this pattern? Could you not? We got the initial pump to the upside, move the stop loss to break even, and then it comes back down, and then you're still in the money, right? This would then slip back down, but now it's back in the 618 yet again. So it's in that 618. I just deleted everything. I want to look at it fresh again. Huge pump to the upside. It made a parabola. All right. It 10x'd in a very small amount of time. And now it's going to come back down and find fair value. Might even come all the way back down to 16 cents. There's a chance it does. So, if you can't handle that, then you can't, never invest what you're willing to lose long term. If you can't handle 16 cents, it would make sense. I feel like it could come back to 16 cents. So we pull a Fibonacci from the initial pull all the way down. And you got a 618 here at about 27 cents. You may have to revisit here before a bigger pump. Bigger time frames, yeah, even like your 5 days says, hey, you're a little extended. You might have to come back down. The 4 days suggests too as well. So remember to always zoom out, look at bigger time frames. Don't get caught up. Lifer, do you have a bullish bias right now impacting how you see the charts, or are you objectively reading the charts? Completely objectively, man. Honestly, I have kind of a bearish bias right now. I love Bitcoin, but right now, honestly, I don't have a bias. I'm bullish or bearish on, long term, I believe Bitcoin will go up in time. But I go by support and resistance. If Bitcoin can't break a certain support and resistance, then it's bearish. If it can, then it's bullish. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's black and white. It's about the technical analysis. So right now, like resistance. Bitcoin can't get back above 21,800. That's bearish. Like, if you want to be bullish on that, you know what I mean? If you want to, I refuse to use bias when I watch the chart every day, and I just do what the charts tell me to do. I can't do anything more than that. There's nothing else for me, right, than what the charts tell me. There's nothing else. So I'm sure there's some bias in there that I squeak out. Like, I'm a human being. But that's the key to being a trader. You rework your subconscious brain to be able to omit what your opinion and thoughts are and emotions are, and only let in what you know is actual data, and only make movements on data. It's very similar to being like a submarine. Like, a submarine says it's under the water, and as it goes lower, it's like, now we're 500, now we're 400, now we're lower, and it's like, and it doesn't like, oh, I want to be lower in the water, so I am. It doesn't do stuff like that. It goes lower into the water on sign, and then I know it's not the best example. I'm not, but again, look, this flag didn't play out on that 7. That was your Hail Mary, really, like, that the 7 minute would do something crazy. We've seen it before, but on a Thursday, it's Thursday too, right? Thursday, after a really tough week of trading, And you know what happens on Thursday? Towards the afternoon, the liquidity and the volume dries up. And then it basically turns into Friday by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And after a horrible week that everything's been through, not a horrible, but this week was stressful with anytime Jerome Powell speaks, it's stressful on us as traders. How we deal with the stress, do you work out? Do you get, what do you do? How do you deal with the stress of trading? How do I deal with the stress of trading? I get a massage once every couple of weeks. I worked out. Working out is huge for me. If I didn't work out, some mornings you wake up, you look at Bitcoin, doesn't put you in the best mood. Or, a trade you get into isn't high. You think I win every single trade or every morning I wake up into beautiful gains? No. There's mornings I wake up down pretty bad and I'm like, that's not fun. Or even I hold Bitcoin long term. There's days when the whole portfolio, Bitcoin goes down a few grand. But, I'm looking at the long term. I believe that my life is to learn lessons and not to make money. If I make money, that's part of the life experience, but that's not the life experience. So I've kind of come to terms with what I want out of this life. I want to be a good dad to my kids. I want to be a good mentor to the people that find my channel. And I want to be a good husband to my wife. I want to be a good son to my mom and dad. I want to be a good brother to my sisters. And I want to be a good stranger to people that run into me. And if I can accomplish those, 7 things that I just said, then I'll be happy. You know what I mean? And honestly, those things aren't easy to accomplish. It takes consciousness every day to think about my fellow neighbor, to say nice things, to not jump to conclusions, to not use impulsivity. For me, it's always been impulsivity. I've been a quick person with a lot of energy. So that's been my kind of crux to bear. As a kid, I do so many stupid things that got me in trouble all the time. You won't throw that out the window? Yeah, I will. Of course I will. I'll do it right now. You know what I mean? I did whatever. And I was the class clown. I wanted the attention. And, it got me into a lot of trouble. All right? And, I learned the hard way. Okay? I learned the hard way almost every time. I have to. I don't know why. God always wants me to learn the hard way, Happiness is a choice. I like what he just said. Happiness is a choice. You choose to be happy. You choose to be happy or not. It's completely up to you whether you want to be a happy person or not. So, yeah, Bitcoin struggling, coming back down. I saw more bearishness. I kept saying, if you can't close a candle in here, you're bearish. And we got rejected. That was the perfect place to open up a short at rejection site. Okay. Other things will fall down. And this divergence really played out, but only gave you a resistance. The 4-hour even crept back down. And now what we see here, like I showed you before, is the preemptive head and shoulder that could definitely take us down. Price action is going to show you what's happening. You just have to openly and unbiasedly take a look. 50% crash on Bitcoin. You think we could go all the way down to, that would be $10,500. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Bad idea to challenge me, and took me forever to learn how not to be impulsive. Shout out to Lazarus Hand, man. God bless you. Well, that's a new term to me, Chris Treat. In school, I was the guy who encouraged all the impulsive people to do stupid things. You won't do it. Jamie was like, you don't throw that into the woo. Our egos make us learn the hard way. Shout out to DK, man. I love you, man. You choose to learn the hard way. God rolls his eyes and says, whatever, dude. Amen. Need a black swan to go below 18K. So everyone thinks we could go to 10K. People think we need a black swan. Hey, you never know, right? All right, we got 643 people on the live. Here it comes. I told you we're going to give 2 people a free month in the trading group. That's what we plan on doing. All right. So I got True. Here it is. And we'll also bring out the treasure. We got an old treasure and we have a new treasure. Okay. One of these I'm going to put inside my hand. All right. One of them is going to be inside my hand. You will not be able to figure out which one it is just because one is bigger or smaller. All right. You won't be able to tell. One will be in one hand, one will be in the other. Okay. All right. So I'm going to choose one to hold at one point. I actually won't even show you my hand. I'm going to pick one and put it on the desk on the right side. I just put one right here. I just picked up another one with my left hand. If you can hear this, I just put it on the left side. All right. So which one is on the right side? So you're going to have to write, yeah. So it's either you could say old treasure, new treasure. That's what we're going to say. Old treasure, new treasure. Oh no, white treasure, black treasure. That's easier, right? The white one or the black one. All right. So, and then we're going to pick a number from 1 to 100. All right. And I'm going to write it down right now. I'm going to write the number down right now. All right? I'm not going to let you see my hand, so when I make the number, you're unable to see the number. Okay? All right, I got the number. I don't know why. It just came to me today so nice and so neat. So it's either black in the number or white or the number. The person that gets the right color and the right number wins. And two people that, or I guess the first person, and then if someone, it's going to happen so fast, right? No one's going to know who wins. So we got a lot of black and white, black and white, black and white, black and white, black and white. Ooh, someone was close. Someone was real close. Wow. Oh. 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 All right. And wow. And I'm sorry. It's like whoever I see too, it's kind of crazy. Like people are going to get like, no. Eventually everyone's going to do every one. I'm going to call it there. I'm going to call it a stop there. I'm going to attempt to call a stop there. And now we're going to have to scan back and see if anyone won, all right? So, okay, I don't see any winners yet. 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 White 33, that would be too obvious. I don't see any winners yet. I don't see the number yet. I may have saw the number. I'm not going to let it go. I saw the number, but I'm not. I gave you a hint there. I saw the number, but it wasn't with the right color, you know. No. No. Someone got real close here. Someone got real close. I'll give you that. Another one. Let's see. White 74. No. White 93. Black 89. No. Nobody here caught it yet. Nope. Still no. Still no. White 40. Cedric. He caught it with black 53. Cedric. My man Cedric, you won, man. God bless you. Black 53. And I wrote down the number right here. 53. And if I pick up my right hand, which to you may look different, but it is my right, and I pick up this treasure, it was the black one. You won, man. Black 53. You now get to choose somebody to win. Now you get to choose somebody. That's how this works. Now someone's life is in your destiny. You get to scroll through the chat, and you get to write somebody's name. Cedric, are you there? First of all, Cedric, are you there? Cedric, are you there? All right. Cedric, are you there? Cedric, are you there? Cedric, are you there? Cedric, am I saying it right? How did he write the number down and then disappear? Is he watching 5 streams at once? Cedric, are you there? Yes, for sure, from France. All right, you got to pick someone, Cedric. You're going to pick somebody's name that you're seeing here. Look, J Soul, like Web, you know. Anything you see here, you know, you get to pick a name. So we're waiting for you to write somebody's name down. You know what rhymes with Cedric? Stack, baby stack. So let's see. We're waiting for Cedric to say something. Cedric, a lot of pressure on you today. How does it feel to be in charge of somebody's destiny? He's like waiting. Did he? Oh, guys, come on. Wait, we can't. Tomato. Did he write anything yet? I can't even find his name. The chat's out of control. AI Pond. You know what rhymes with Cedric? Dang. Did he write yet? Crypto. Did he write yet? Wow. Wow. Cedric, are you there? I gotta get back onto the show. I gotta get back into the charts. I gotta do the news. We only have 20 minutes. Time is running out. Oh my God. This is out of control. Where is Cedric? Marsolo, there it is. There it is. There it is. He said Marsolo. So Cedric and Marsolo, use those emails, please, that connected to your Gmail accounts. We have you. We can see you. Use those emails to let us know, and we'll get you into the trading group today. Make sure you get yourself a Discord, and we'll give you a bunch of instructions if you need them. Cedric and Marsolo, God bless you. Thank you for jumping on in. This is awesome. And is Marsolo anywhere there? Let's make sure he confirms. Let's get a confirmation from him. If I can get the confirmation from him, and it's got to be someone in the chat. Can't be like your buddy's name, Cedric. All right, like I didn't see a Marsolo, so but obviously the chat is. I wouldn't be able to find a Marsolo in there. The chat's been out of control. There he is, Cedric Superstar. Thank you, at Crypto Life. I love this. What a connection you guys made today. You should be friends for life. You guys should be friends for life. The universe has brought you together for whatever reason. And you know what I mean? It's just a blessing, right? So your channel is by far the best channel on YouTube. Shout out to DJan Ultra, man. God bless you, brother. That's why he took so long to log in his alt account. Funny. He confirmed, we don't love you no more. You're funny. Shout out to Earl Langston. Practice self-custody is the lesson. Your channel, thank you so much. White 57, you're funny at the end. Not your race and your age. I'm just joking. 16K first stop. Yeah. All the way down, baby. 14K. Like, we're going all the way. Like, I love that stuff. So, I mean, as we continue to dump down, but we're very oversold now in the 15-minute. I'm looking to make this right shoulder here. That's what I'm speculating on. A bounce back up on the right shoulder on the 15-minute. And we got the long squeeze to the downside. We showed you there was no liquidity anywhere else. The only liquidity was low. We did go low to grab that liquidity. 21,200 looks like the stop that we are coming to. 21,200. We come back up and then drop back down. 21,200 is also the length here, down to right here. That's my measured move of the bigger bear flag. And so far, we're on our way to that target. All right. Anyone that ever says, "Hail Satan," I will never allow that in my trading group. You are removed forever. Even if it was a joke, I can't. That's not even funny to me. I'm sorry, but I can't play with that. Okay, super chats, AVT, Ever, DMT, and TOMO. Let's take a look at AVT, Ever, DMT, and TOMO. Dad in the hospital, going there now. Blessings to my life or fam. No. What happened, man? Why is he in the hospital? I met your dad, dude. He's a nice guy. May God bless your father, man. I hope everything works out. May God bless your father. Damn, I got 29 on my checking account and trying to meet women on Tinder. Lazarus hand, man. Jesus. Good luck, Justin. Justin, God bless you and your father. I hope everything works out. Text me if you want to let me know what's going on, privately. Jamie, thanks for letting them know what's going on. God bless you. Gallbladder. All right, that shouldn't be too bad. He should take care of that, yeah. Okay. Praise for your dad, man. I hope everything works out. Okay, God bless everyone. Can we take a look at Mask USD? No thoughts for me. You're funny. Thoughts. Thank you, everyone. Much love. We'll be smart to pick me. Get it? I get it, Alex. I get it. Alex Smart. I mean, why not, right? That brings us into the news. Let's break down the news for you today. If we can get through it, I believe we can. Shout out to everybody here, and I'll be right back with the news. Welcome, my name is Sam Price, Crypto Lifer, and every single day I give you 3 impactful news stories that really could change the course of crypto for that day. Today we want to talk about Audio. The new coin Audius implements NFT gating for exclusive artist access. The news follows streaming service Spotify's release of token-gated playlists. Web3 music platform Audius says it's implementing a non-fungible token gating feature intended to allow artists to release exclusive content to NFT holders. This follows recent news that streaming service Spotify is testing token-gated playlists. This is where we're going. You know, you add an NFT, you add value to that NFT, and people that pay for that NFT, they get that extra value. They get that loyalty that they gave to you, so you want to give back to them. It's a really good community feel. It's a really good play on the economics of selling things as an artist. This is big. I love this. Web3. And what is the biggest thing? Hip hop's huge. Music is huge. It's really kind of moved the culture of, young to old. Everyone got into it. Eminem was big. So as you kind of see, what would be the big thing that could really get cryptocurrency adopted fast by the masses? And that is music. And that's the thing about cryptocurrency. It seems to get itself everywhere. It's like how water kind of tweaks, or like a sandstorm, when the sand comes in, it finds every little nook and cranny to get in. You just can't get it out. Cryptocurrency is blowing through a neighborhood near you, and it's getting into every single industry, every nook and cranny, and it's getting into the audio industry and the music industry, and it's only a matter of time till it's like in a store near you one day, or you're using it, or it's in your phone. You're going to become a user of cryptocurrency, whether you like it or not. It's going to come to you, whether you come to it. SWIFT to conduct more tests with the CBDC project. The banking network is seeking to build a system that will connect the digital currencies of different countries. A project run by interbank messaging company SWIFT to connect central banks' digital currencies, or CBDCs, offers clear potential value, the company said in a statement on Thursday. Wow. SWIFT wants to do more tests with CBDCs. You can see they were talking about it yesterday. Jerome Powell bringing it up. The U.S. is getting into it. UK is getting into it. I say it's about 5 years away for it to be finalized, but maybe even sooner. 8 for sure. This is coming. Your kids, if you're born in the next 10 years or 10 years from now when you're born, you will probably never know or use a real dollar again. It'll be a thing of the past. It'll go into the history books and into the museums. So this is very interesting. And, when are we going to get rid of SWIFT too? The old system, it's time that we kind of rebuild the way we move money around the world. XRP. Next thing is Silvergate reveals intent to wind down operations. This is kind of old news at this point. Everyone realizes, but they were stopping, then they were liquidating. Now they're pretty much done. The crypto book banked $1 billion fourth quarter loss and slashed its workforce by 40% in January. It said at the time it was forced to sell assets at a major loss during the quarter to fulfill roughly $8 billion of customer withdrawals. All the other deposit-related services remain operational as the company works through the wind-down process. The company said in a Wednesday statement, customers will be notified should there be any further changes. The stock fell 30% in after-hours trading after the company said it would be delaying filing its annual report with the SEC. The next day, Coinbase bounced, Paxos bounced, and then it just began to tumble. Josh Tektek, a Bitcoin analyst at Trezor, a hardware wallet company, said when things go bad, that exposure is a risk that is passed on to the crypto investors extremely broadly. And that shouldn't happen, after the contagion effect from FTX continues to rumble on, really, into Silvergate. So, hey, these things happen. This is a bear market. We shouldn't just see 1 or 2 liquidations of these companies. We should see a few more until we get out of this. It's a year before the halving, everybody. Everyone thinks this last rally was our way out. Get ready and buckle down. We have some lows to go under, right? So Bitcoin just went back down to 21,500 and broke the lows. I told you I saw bearishness on the radar. Didn't look good. We were hanging on a string. Now, I do like to get in. These wicks are usually buy pressure wicks. They're liquidating a lot of people right now on the long side. So you're seeing massive liquidations. The 21,200 level, can we hit it? That's that big boy liquidity zone. It looks like they dragged us all the way down to 21,000 in the futures. Got it pushed a little lower than you normally want it. But that's your update right now. Bitcoin is tanking too. We'll throw that into the news as we speak. But that's your update for the news, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on in. And I can do another end. You can add this to the end if you want. Thank you so much, everybody, for the news. I greatly appreciate you jumping in every single day. I'll be back tomorrow with 3 more news segments to keep you interested and, find out what's happening in cryptocurrency and the world finance market. I'll see you tomorrow. There's no support anywhere. Don't be a fool. Potential big M pattern on the daily. Bitcoin could drop down to 19K or so. Hey, until we got back above that zone, I was bearish. That's an M pattern right there. You see it? And what did I say at the beginning of the stream? I would not, you keep the shorts open. It's up to you. Either take profits or keep the shorts open. The shorts are in control. No reason to close a short, in my humble opinion. No reason to close a short. That insurance short is in the money now. Open somewhere up in here. It's in the money. It's in the money. So, and that's how we do it here every single day on the live stream, every single day in the trading group. And really, there wasn't a lot to trade the last couple of days. It wasn't a frenzy like normal. It was insane. It was like, you had to be careful. A lot of ups and downs in the market. Market is pretty sketchy right now. And honestly, we went over the DXY at the very beginning of this. And the DXY shows you that there's a likelihood of a move to the downside here. So, I mean, for the DXY to pump. 1 hour's oversold. I'm looking for this 1 hour to reverse back up. That's going to be trouble for Bitcoin. You're praying for the double top here, but it doesn't happen. You never know. So you're looking, as we begin to break out and approach this zone, if we continue to break out, it's going to be trouble for the whole cryptocurrency market. Sol short, still eating, baby. Exactly. My shorts are always open. Yeah, stack. I'm in the Sol 3S as well. Bang, bang, bang. AVT, Ever, DMT, and TOMO. Let's take a look at AVT. Thank you for the super chats. God bless the $49.70 in chat revenue. Thank you so much for jumping on into the live stream. And let's take a look at AVT. USDT here. Adventus utility token. Is that on Bittrex? Is that what you're asking about? I mean, it's got no liquidity at all. On the 1 hour, it can barely hold a candle. It did bump nicely out of this to the upside. I think you asked me about this before. Made a huge pump here, but to me, it looks kind of a shady pump. I'll do a deeper dive on this. I don't know much about it. AVT. Sounds like a soccer coin, Adventus, right? I don't know. Onboarding enterprises to Web3. Imagine a world. I mean, that's the perfect solution, right? We're going to help you. Yada, yada, yada. A bunch of team members. Strategic partners. Funny. I don't know, man. With 25% of the part using decentralized Web3. Yeah, we know that. Enterprise grade blockchain with all necessary value. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's like your website says what you do, and we're supposed to believe that. I mean, $10 million market cap, 177, up 62% today. Pumping. Got an Ethereum address, so it's got some decentralized notion to it. It's on Coinbase and Bittrex. Interesting that it's on Coinbase. Used to kind of give it some solid, like, oh, wow, it's on Coinbase. But now it's... So someone asked me about it before, right? Now saying I would wait for it to get back above this point of control. This chart looks messy. I'm sorry. I can't trade this thing. I got to walk away from that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't have market structure that I'm personally into, So someone asked me about Ever. It looks like we put it out down here. First came out. Look at rocketed up 218%. Came back down, though, and now it's going sideways. This one also very strange looking on the liquidity side. See, when you don't have full candles in the 6 hour, 1 hour time frame, I'm weird to trade this. So this is Everscale. You'd have to look into it long term and hold on to it. Does it continue to go up? Maybe it does. It's a degen coin, my humble opinion. I think I got into it, or EverRise. I got EverRise, not Everscale. There's a bunch of them. $176 million market cap, bigger than I thought. Has a Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum address. Scalability happens here, your solution. Cooler website than the other one. At least gets you kind of going a little bit. Bridge, swap, Ever token. Okay, it has a, it's on MEXC too. Okay. I just didn't see a MEXC, oh, there it is. Everscale on Tether on MEXC. Open up MEXC with lower, it's going to be basically the same trading on KuCoin and MEXC, but MEXC is going to give you lower fees. So that's why I really, that's why I'm always like, I love MEXC, because why not get less fees? If I'm, I get a commission from whatever exchange, but why not use MEXC and get less fees? I mean, if I'm going to promote something, I promote the one that's cheapest for you. Why not? So that's how I look at it. I think it's a blessing that I linked up with them in the summertime. So Everscale could push to the upside. It's oversold in the 4 hour time frame. You got a bit of a cup and handle there. But I mean, just look at this. This price structure is strange. It's a tiny coin. Market cap's bigger than I realized, but maybe it has true potential. I'd have to do a deep dive on it. Right now, it's a new coin. It's back above a resistance. Hey, there's a chance it could make moves. Went from 2 cents all the way to 17 cents. Now it's back down to some fair value at 9. And it's holding sideways. I don't think anyone really knows about this coin. Interesting. Let's look at TOMO. TOMO got kicked off of KuCoin. from what I've heard. So probably won't trade TOMO that much on KuCoin anymore because it's not on KuCoin. TOMO chain. I used to trade this coin all the time on Binance, though. It's funny. I'm looking at these cup and handles. You know, these dumps are pretty good ideas for load up points for BT, you know, for these coins. So we took the dump. We got this falling wedge. And you're kind of in the same double bottom as Bitcoin. You see Bitcoin falls down a lot. You won't be surprised. Everyone doesn't realize like how much Bitcoin controls the markets. It'll just drop right back down for a giant double bottom. Really watching that Bitcoin idea today closely on the other time frames. TOMO is also overbought now on the 1 hour time frame. Suggests you probably come back down and double bottom down here on this smaller idea. So I wouldn't touch it till the 1 hour came back down and reset on the stochastics. It's okay on the bigger time frames, and it's starting to double bottom here, but it has to hold that level. If it doesn't hold that level, it looks like you could get TOMO back at 29 cents. Sup, Sam? First off, love the class on Tuesday. Second, could you please look at DMTR? Looks to not care too much about Bitcoin. Bullish to Viv on the 22 hour and the 1 day. Love. Shout out to Lodge Ice Divergence. God bless you for the $6.99 Canadian, $54 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing and loving. Thank you for the love. Let's take a look at DMTR Demetra, which I hold long term because it's got this green kind of idea to it, and I'm speculating on that idea. So look, we talked about getting into Demetra. It broke up nice for about 39%, came back down to entry, and then it broke up again. Now still holding about 18%. So Demetra has been one of the hotter coins. I see what you're saying. Let's move this over a little bit and let's kind of redress the situation. So I put this out, and as you can see, one of my calls that's not down, even though the market's not doing too well today. The call for Demetra is still okay. You know, hey, anything's good as long as it ain't losing when the market's losing. You know what I mean? So we're getting very, very tight. Symmetrical triangle, my humble opinion. Shoulder kind of a head and a right shoulder. It retested the 618 fib level, 706 even. And yeah, I mean, this still is open to me, open game. 1 hour needs to cool off. Probably could come back down to the bottom of the channel if we zoom in here and look at this. So it's popping out. Maybe it continues out, but you know, I would see a rounded rejection or something like that. As long as it kind of stays inside this tight channel, DMTR has a big idea of a big move to the upside. So we'll be watching this closely. The measured move for this would take you all the way up. Let's call it 250. I mean, that's a big move. 245% gains. It did it already, and then it slowly went sideways. People like this coin. Has kind of this green narrative. Demetra. So Demetra's on my radar. Something that could do damage on the beach. But again, But again, Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin takes a huge dump. This will fall out. And you'll see it come down and retest this area here at 1/6. So remember how big of a role Bitcoin plays in the rest of the market. All right. Shout out to Lakochi Coker. God bless you, man. Wax P, please. It's showing stealth for sure. Yeah, but DMTR is on the radar. All right. And like what's hot today? I mean, Boson Protocol. BNX still the hottest thing. Tom still holding gains. Tom banging on him. Orbitum. We talked about Orbitum a bunch. We went over it enough. I went over this coin too as well. So we do have two of the top gainers in the market. MLS I went over multiple times. And it held itself compared to the rest of the market. Strong's been hot too, which is weird. Opalus, everything else has just kind of got a beat down. Even Clayton got the beat. 706 fib level for Clayton. I'm feeling sketchy market vibes. These aren't days when I'm like, yeah, you know? Let's take a look at the shorts. Always keep a short on hand no matter what. Even if you're feeling super bullish, go check a short and ask yourself, could I make money on this short? Always go against your own bias. You know what I mean? Go against your own bias if you can. Fight that bias, right? So I had this in a little flag. Kind of dipped down, didn't make, but still technically in a flag. And oversold in this 1 hour time frame. If Bitcoin continues to the downside, this short for Matic will continue. And Bitcoin looks like it will because Bitcoin can't get back. Bitcoin gets back about 21,800, you close the short. But if Bitcoin, you know, keeps going the way it's going, then it's likely this short will play out. And you will get this move. About 31% gains out of Matic 3S. Right? So I'm watching this short right now on Matic, 15-minute chart. Getting overbought, so it'll probably go sideways a little bit. When that comes back down, could be a beautiful entry. And let's take a look at what Bitcoin's doing right now. So Bitcoin took a nice dump, got rejected, flagged out, got very oversold on the 7-minute now. That gets beat to the ground. See this? Look at this long curve. It says, hey, I'm eventually going to get a bounce, but the divergences aren't playing out too well. Like even right here, you don't have a divergence, and that's interesting. Just weird. Normally you would. The fact that we don't have a divergence there is definitely something to pay attention to. And now look, we have another, so every time you keep losing areas, you keep losing areas. So look, you got resistance now at 21,571. Now it's 21,500. You can't get back above there. So now the zone starts to get further and further away. Okay. The bears are still in control, in my humble opinion. The bears are still in control, in my humble of opinions. It's the bears. So look, we haven't decided to open this long yet. We're still waiting on some type of confirmation. Now look, our daily now has made a lower low for sure. Look at that. I mean, we saw it on the total market cap. So now that we're in a lower low, I would assume that we make a lower high. So now the head and shoulder is more apparent to me. You know what I mean? Let's be called the long of longs right now and go so hard. I still would buy some Bitcoin today. Still good times to buy some BTC. Always a good time to add to the Bitcoin stack. You know? I don't have the account I want right now on my phone. But when I buy the Bitcoin later, I'll take a picture of it and I'll share it with the team. What's crazy is we juxtapose the tether dominance. And on the daily, it looked like it was going to come on down. And so far, it's been hanging out up here. And for the last 5 days, it is still careened on out. And now it's kind of broken. Look, it broke the point of control. Is it going to break out parabolically? Is it going to break out of this? It kind of already did. So look, tether dominance breaks out parabolically. And there's a gap here. Could send it all the way right back up to the next resistance at 799. We were hoping for that triple top. We didn't get it. Look at our 4-hour time frame. 4-hour actually could continue in this little flag, but it is getting overbought. A little bit of divergence. The 1 hour is getting oversold too as well. Wow, though. People getting shook and tethering up. Getting tethered to the tether. It's now a good time to stack Cardano. I can't tell you what to do. You do whatever makes you happy, my man. Do whatever makes you happy. I'll look at the Cardano chart for you, and we'll take a look if it's extended or in high-value zones. So now, I mean, this is a dump of dumps, everyone. Do we bounce back is the question. We keep losing the divergences. I said when we started the stream, there was no reason to close a short. First thing out of my mouth, again, I'm not a soothsayer, and I'm not a financial analyst, but I am a technical analyst, right? So now we go to the smaller time frames and we just continue to look. I mean, that's a flag that wants to break down. And now you just continue these smaller time frames and the dumpage just continues. Okay? And now we're losing major zones. Now everyone else can see that we've made the lower high, the lower low now. So now it's like the cat's out the bag here. The bears have won. They've changed the trend. We never got that higher high we were begging for. We must assume now Bitcoin makes a lower high. All right, on the big trend. Now you have a little bit of divergence on this 1 minute. Did you negate anyone here? You had it there, though. Nothing. And so here, tracking Bitcoin, 21,500, 21,526 is your new resistance zone. If the bulls can't get back above there, expect more downside, and you're going to make an M pattern. Now you're so far away from our golden zone. So watching Bitcoin closely here today on the 1 minute time frame. And the 1 hour took a beautiful dump to the downside. I mean, the 1 hour did not look good today. It was overbought. Overbought 1 hour. Remember, we started with the 15 minutes saying, hey, I don't open up longs when the 15 minutes high. Why? Look what happened. 15 minute dumped in your face. Did it not? Right? So We don't long when the 50 minutes overbought on the above the dotted line. Not a good look. Now, maybe a scalp here back to the upside. We could V-shape recovery. And look, there we go, blending into the zone. I mean, and BookMap told us where price was going to go today. We saw it. We saw it. There was no other, like, you go back in time, we were right here. We were up in here. We did some short squeezing. But there was just no other orders around. And the only orders were down here, and we came right in to fill the orders, especially on a lower volume Thursday after shockwave Monday through Wednesday with just everything going on with Jerome Powell. All right. So a heavy volatile day. Does this bounce right back up? There's a chance. You know, it's gutsy, but you could trade this falling wedge back to the upside. I personally wouldn't. I'd watch the 1 minute flags here and see if Bitcoin can get back above this resistance before I did anything. And again, shorts now. I take profit zone on them shorts. And we open up it in short. It's short on Bitcoin. Shout out to anybody. Traded the short, but the short continues to the downside now. Getting in that money. Getting in the money. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, everybody here. Shout out to Cedric. Shout out to Marsalo. Shout out to everybody that jumped on in today. BookMap got more big red balls than Wipeout. Saying, can you please make your head smaller to the lower right or off the screen to see your chart better? Never. How dare you? How dare you? You ever ask me to make my head smaller again? How dare you? How dare you? You ever for the rest of your... I'm just joking. You know that, right? But you know I have defiance disorder, and I can't handle anyone telling me what to do. And you just told me what to do. So now I have, like, I don't know how to deal with this now. Because you told me what to do. If you ask me nicely, it's a little different. Actually, you did say, can you please? You did ask me nicely. You said, Sam, can you please make your head smaller to the lower right, off the screen, to see your chart better? Yes and no. I mean, honestly, I've been doing this for a long time, and you're the first person to say that, so I gotta say no. I gotta say you're gonna be able to figure it out. You know what I mean? Because what was happening was, maybe I'm a little small. Hold up. Let's see if we can compromise here. Because I did change size after yesterday. Maybe I'm usually like here. Does that work for you? I used to do here, and people said I can't see the ticker of the money. You know, so then I put myself in that little spot. Try to find a pocket. I gotta be somewhere. I guess that's why a lot of TA guys put themselves over here. But I tried that, and nobody liked it. And I have to even change my screens, because then I got to look this way. My screens are over here, and all the TA guys are over here. I don't want to be like all the other guys. Anyway, how's that? I leaned a little left. Can we compromise? That's perfect. Much better. I don't see a difference. I didn't either. 100% Stack. I'm with you, man. Like, but whatever. Because eventually I put it over here and you can see the middle of the screen, right? And I'm like, yada, 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 yada. I'm not on the volume. If I'm on the volume, then I'm in here, and then I'm talking about something over here, and we're not, like, whatever. I'll take constructive criticism any day of the week. I appreciate you. I know you're just trying to help. God bless you. Arthur Farquhar, it's been a while, man. I like what the other guy said, invert the chart and invert your camera. Funny. It looks great. Shout out to It's Crypto Life. And where's Crypto Life Changer, man? Where'd all these beautiful people go, man? And look, the 1 minute bouncing off the bullish divergence. But to me, just more resistance. More flagging here. Just hit it. You know, it's a flagging. Just kind of broke out the flag now. What we all better hope is this is a bear trap and we flush back up. But I mean, the trend has been changed. A lot has happened here. So, bye, Felicia. 528 love frequency to y'all. Shout out to Justin. Thank you for the love. Looking great. Just go to the top right above the ticker. You want me over here? I can't go here. It just doesn't look right. I gotta be where I'm at, man. Don't make me move. I have OCD. Sam's head looking for the golden pocket. Keep it pocket square height. I know, look. I got a pocket square on today that matches my tie, but you can't tell. Hey, I never did a pocket square on the vest over here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. God bless you all. Short squeeze coming back, 21,005. Feels like false move Monday for crying out loud. The volatility is just insane. So here's the deal. Can we close a daily candle above 21,005? We'll keep it even. 21,500, you know. But again, we must get back above 21,008 to remain bullish. That is our line. Resistance, resistance, resistance. That's if we can't get back in there. Can this falling wedge break us back inside the pattern? Right now, we're bearishly retesting. I would expect more downside to come based off the bearish retest. I would expect more downside to come. Watching this flag on the 1 hour time frame that has a measured move further down. It will take us to 21,002. They shredded it down to 21.3. Grab back up. Did they come back down for more on the liquidity side? Kind of a divergence there. Less liquidations, a lower low. Usually that tells you that's the end, but stochastics tell us more downside. More downside. Maybe on the yellow line area is better. Everybody, thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Hit that bell. I appreciate it. If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. May God bless each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. And I'll be back for another 2 hours tomorrow like we do. It's been an intense week. I've been live streaming till my hands fall off. And I've been working super hard. I love you all. May God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you on the next live stream tomorrow. Gratitude is the attitude. You must stay in gratitude no matter what happens to your life. You got to continue to say, you know what? I still got my breath. I still got my life. I still got my health. I can still walk outside. There's people that can't go outside. There's people that can't walk with their legs. There's people that can't do the things that me and you can do right now. We are blessed. We are blessed. We have the ability to do more. And that's all you need in this life. If you have the ability to do more, then more can come to you. May God bless everybody. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful day, morning, night, noon, wherever you are in the world. Shout out to my lifers. And without you, I couldn't have done it without you. And I'm still doing it every single day. God bless you all. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out. One, baby, one.